Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video, and in today's video I will be talking about Godzilla's new design and some speculations that I have for Godzilla Minus Zero. And before I do start the video, two things I have. Please do go watch the trailer. It is a very nice trailer. Like, if you like Minus One and if you just like Godzilla in general, holy, that trailer is peak. Second, please subscribe. It helps me out so much. If you subscribe, it's completely free. Nothing will happen. It helps me so much. Okay, now that's the end of me talking about what I want, and now me talking about Godzilla. So first, we're gonna take a look at Godzilla's design. And if we go, so here his head looks very different to his minus one counterpart. Like, I think if you look there, it looks like kind of an ear, and it is amazing. And in the old minus one design, his head was more like puppy-like, it had like sort of Heisei vibes, but this one looks very much like a MonsterVerse design combined with minus one, because see, MonsterVerse has like a very square shaped head type, and this looks very much like that. So I'm not complaining about design. It looks amazing, but I still have one thing I need to say. So in the trailer, we do see this Godzilla, and this Godzilla has struck very many people about, is it this, is it this, is it this? But look here, so the main things to know about this Godzilla is that he is way more beefier and muscular. Look at that. And he has shoulder spikes here. But if we go back to the previous image, here, we can still see those shoulder spikes there. But they're not as prominent as before. So, and also one thing in the trailer, so this is what I mean, go watch the trailer, you'll understand more of what I'm saying. Also in the trailer, we do see that there's a scene where Godzilla, in the first trailer, is walking past the Statue of Liberty. Now this could be a dream sequence. I know minus one had a lot of dream sequences, but this also could be some forms. So you might be familiar with some Godzillas where they evolve over time. And in minus one, he never really evolved. He stayed the same and the same consistent design throughout the whole film. But I have a theory. I mean, this whole video is about theories. So my theory is that he evolves throughout the movie. Because in the trailer, they do, sorry guys, they do say that the Godzilla can survive thermonuclear bombs or nukes, something like that. So this does suggest that Godzilla can survive nukes. I mean, it's pretty obvious that he can. So, here he looks, I have a very interesting point. So, first minus one design, what if that design eventually got hit by a nuke, and due to the radiation of that nuke, it slowly makes him quote unquote hypothetically stronger, because this design looks very different to this design, because you can clearly see the differences. Almost the shoulder spikes here are much more bigger. Shoulder spikes here, they're still there, but they are much smaller than before. And also this design, so minus one in the actual minus one 2023 film could barely walk. He was immensely slow. But if you look here, he looks very like combat designed. Like very, like, I don't, those spikes kind of seem smaller. They seem smaller than I would expect. So, and maybe, and I think I don't know if I'm the only one seeing this. He looks thinner. I don't know if that's just me. You can see more muscle. I think because it is said he's going to fight a another monster. It's not confirmed, but I think everybody knows he's going to fight another monster. I think he's going to be more combat equipped, like he's going to be better for combat. But must I say, the poster for this film looks amazing. I do prefer this over the -1 poster, because it just you feel it. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like it's just so good. Now I'm gonna say my speculation. So the villain, a lot of people are saying Ghidorah, and I can see why. See here, there's that blinding light that Godzilla he's looking up to. Up. Ghidorah can fly. So either Godzilla is roaring up, or he's looking up at something and roaring at that. Also, another clue that it could be Ghidorah is you can see these lightning bolts here. And you know Ghidorah with his gravity beams. And there's a bunch of rubble flying everywhere. This could be Ghidorah due to him having gravity powers. And maybe they give Ghidorah a new power of telekinesis. But that is one thought I have in my mind about him being the villain. But what I think the villain could be is a new Godzilla. Now hear me out, this could be very bizarre, but it is stated in the trailer there's a well, he's not confirmed to be a villain, but he's giving them very villainous vibes. It's called Kanji something, can't really remember. But so what if him and Noda from -1 are working together to revive a new Godzilla? And in the ending of -1, we do see Godzilla reviving himself. So if Godzilla's reviving himself, and Noda and Kanji have got a sample of Godzilla's G cells, if they're creating Godzilla while Godzilla's reviving, there might be two Godzillas. And that I would honestly prefer there being two Godzillas than Ghidorah. I'm not complaining if they had Ghidorah. I will still be happy if they had Ghidorah, but two Godzillas would be very interesting. It's something that the Godzilla franchise has never really done before, unless you count Junior as being Godzilla's son, two Godzillas, but they've never really fought, or they've never really, because -1 is arguably one of the best Godzilla movies ever. The story, everything, it's just so good. So hopefully -0 lives up to the hype, and I'm sure it will, but that's my speculations. And hope you enjoyed this video. Again, please subscribe, it